My, there's some lovely wickedness in you, isn't there, Missy? Who'd have ever thought it?
Are you still looking in that thing? What a waste of time.
I wouldn't say that if I were you, Kay. My magic bowl has shown me many invaluable things.
Well, it hasn't shown you where Charity and Miguel are. That's useless.
On the contrary, it has just given me some very valuable information.
About Miguel?
No, about your new friend, Paloma Lopez Fitzgerald.
I knew it. See, I told Simone that we could use Paloma to get Miguel back.
Okay, you and your one-track mind, and as usual, it's headed in completely the wrong direction.
What? Wait, you mean the water didn't tell you how we could use Paloma to get me Miguel?
No, it didn't. No, it showed me a much more sinister way to use Paloma. Come here, look. There's great anger bubbling under the surface of the pretty senorita. She can't forgive her family for sending her away when she was a baby. And that is just the kind of fertile soil wherein a witch like me loves to plant the seeds of evil.
So Binky will take care of everything. He is already drawing up the papers to make sure that Teresa doesn't try to pull a fast one and keep those babies.
Mother, is this really necessary? I mean, Ethan is a lawyer.
Not like Binky, he isn't. I mean, Binky knows exactly how to tie people up with the right amount of red tape. Just tight enough to do the job, but doesn't leave any unsightly marks. Oh, and then Binky never stops until his client is totally, utterly satisfied.
We are still talking about legal work, aren't we?
Of course. No, trust me. Once that little tamale signs on the dotted line, you will get your babies, and she will get exactly what she deserves. Nothing.
Look, Whitney, a couple of months may seem like a long time to wait to start a relationship with Fox, but it really isn't.
No, yeah, it is. It's way too long.
But you've been in love with Chad for years, and now you suddenly find out that Chad is your half-brother. You need to give yourself time to get over that before rushing into dating Fox.
You know, Fox and I have known each other a long time, and Fox has been in love with me the whole time.
I know, but rebound relationships never work out. Besides, Fox is trying to get himself established at Crane Industries, and a couple of months without the distraction of a relationship will be good for that, too.
Well, I don't have a couple of months.
Why not? What's going on?
Is it Chad's baby you're carrying?
Of course it's Chad's. I haven't been with anyone else, not ever.
Does he know you're pregnant?
No. No, you're the only one who knows. No one else can know about this, Father. Do you understand? It's too horrible.
I understand.
Whitney, what is it? Why are you in such a hurry?
So Chad's the new person that you've brought into the business. He's the new person you want me to work with.
Exactly. Your brother finally saw the light, and now looking at my two sons, I can see the future of Crane Industries. They're preparing your office next door as we speak.
What? The corner office? The big corner office?
Yes, that's right.
Listen, do you really think that's appropriate? I've already got an assistant here.
But Chad is not going to be your assistant. He's going to be your equal. Same title, same responsibilities. He'll start by taking over some of your accounts, lightening your workload.
You gotta be kidding me.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of a bird I knew could take me for life.
What's the big rush, Whitney? Why can't you wait a couple of months to start something with Fox?
It's not that I can't wait. It's just that, you telling me that I should wait a couple months to be with Fox, it sounds so calculated. It sounds like a business plan or something. And I don't want it to be that rehearsed, I want us to come together naturally when it feels right, whether it be a couple of months or a couple days, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't mean to put you on a schedule, Whit. It just seems that after everything you've been through, you and Fox need at least a couple of months to let the dust settle.
Well, maybe, yeah, but maybe not. I already lost one great guy. I don't want to risk losing another one.
You don't have to worry about losing Fox. He's crazy about you. But I know you, Whit, and you're not the type who just rushes from one guy to the next.
Yeah, well, I've never been in a situation like this before.
No, I know not many people have, but I know how much you loved Chad and how committed you were to him. And despite finding out that you're half-brother and sister, you can't just shut your feelings off.
But I have to. I don't have a choice.
I'm just saying that you can't possibly be emotionally ready to start another relationship so quickly. Not a serious one, anyway. And hooking up with Fox while you're still, trying to sort things out is just a recipe for disaster. Give yourself time to heal, And give Chad time to heal, too.
Me getting together with someone else is probably the best thing that could happen to Chad. And me, too. He's gonna have to learn to accept that.
But you can't rub his face in it, Whit. He knows that you can't be a couple, but he still loves you. And Fox is his best friend, as well as his half-brother now. And seeing you two together could really set Chad off. Do you really want to do that to him right now?
Yeah, well, guess what? It's a little late for that. Chad saw Fox and me kissing at the seascape earlier.
What?
Well, Fox took me to dinner as a friend, to try to cheer me up. And it just sort of happened. And I didn't know that Chad was still there. He saw us, went crazy, and totally went after Fox.
Oh, my God.
And now Chad is so furious with Fox. God knows what he's gonna do to try to get even.
Well, I'm not kidding, Fox.
Great, so Chad's entry-level position is going to be the same position that I'm at now.
Well, now, I hardly started you out in the mailroom.
A little different, though, don't you think? I am your son.
So is he. He's going to be a tremendous help to you.
Don't really need any help, though. Dad, I've handled everything just fine on my own up until now. You've seen my reports, yes? You've seen the work that I've done? You said yourself that the plans I put together to handle the international markets and the media concerning my grandfather's health, you said they were incredible.
They are, but clearly Ethan helped you with them.
No, he didn't.
Who knows how much of your other work Ethan has been doing?
Why don't you ask him? He's standing right
Ethan
there.
has enough to do in legal. He doesn't have time to be ghostwriting your reports
He
and picking
hasn't.
up your slack.
Julian,
And ghostwriting.
If I may, he's telling the truth. He did all the work on that project. I only read it.
Your loyalty to Fox is admirable, but perhaps he did do some of it, but we know who obviously did most of it. But enough of that. Chad is going to take over half of your basic workload, and on the larger projects, you two will work together as a team.
I won't let you down, Julian.
No, I'm sure you won't. This arrangement is going to work out just fine.
For whom?
For the company, Fox. Or you've forgotten that's what comes first?
No, actually, I haven't forgotten that's what comes first.
Good. I'm sure you will make your brother quite welcome.
Oh, yeah.
I know there's tension between you two with this situation regarding Whitney, but you're going to have to work through it. You're good friends. Almost like brothers is what you always said. Well, now you really are brothers and co-workers. And I'm sure deep down you're pleased with that, because after all, you're the one who's mostly responsible for convincing Chad to come aboard of Crane Industries.
Whoa. What'd you just say? What does Fox have to do with me accepting your offer?
You really want to know what I think?
Well, absolutely. Your old man, our old man's offered me the moon here. Everything I ever dreamed of.
Right. I'd steer clear of my old man. and all of his bribes. I'd turn the arrogant jerk down flat.
You think you can plant seeds of evil in Paloma? You need to stop staring at that bowl and get out more.
Kay, I am never wrong about where the potential for evil lies.
Paloma is Pilar Lopez Fitzgerald's daughter, and Pilar is practically a saint.
True, but sometimes apples fall very far from the tree. I mean, look at you and your mother Grace. You're far from the paragon of virtue she is.
Thanks.
What I mean is, dear, that just because Pilar is a saint, it doesn't mean that her daughter is too. Besides, she didn't have Pilar's example growing up so far away in Mexico.
No, but she had all those nuns in that convent school she went to.
Oh, yes. Have you ever seen one of those convent girls when they finally get the chance to cut loose?
Not this one. I've talked to her. And I'll bet Paloma's never once cut loose or even gone a little wild.
No, maybe not. But mark my words, this Pippin is right for the picking.
Here's Mommy. Hi, baby. Here, baby. Hey, come here. Hi, good. So Paloma was asking where do people go to have a good time here in Harmony, and I was thinking maybe we can take her out tonight, show her some of the hot spots in Harmony. Think you can find a babysitter? What do you say, Tabs?
Well, that sounds like fun. You were just saying I should get out more.
I meant...
I'll go and see if I can find a babysitter for Endora and Maria, and then I'll put on my party clothes and we'll be off. 4 single girls out on the town.
Is the old lady coming with us? Okay, it is bad enough that you have to live with Tabitha, but now she wants to party with us, too. 4 girls on the town. She's old enough to be my grandmother. Tabitha can be fun. And she's cool, okay? She won't get in our way. She better not. I know the perfect place that we can go, but you might want to change into something a little more hip. No problem. And I just want to warn you, okay, that this place is probably very different than what you're used to. So, it's a little crazy in there. Are you gonna be okay with that? I'm sure I'll be fine.
You know, I still can't believe that any daughter of mine would actually take her at her word. Actually believe that she is just going to hand over those babies. Why, when she has never told the truth a day in her life, and she has dedicated her life into trying to destroy any happiness that you have.
I know maybe I have been a little Pollyanna-ish about it.
A little?
Well, Mother confronting her didn't help. Okay, so I thought I would do what Ethan suggested. You know, be positive, think only the best thoughts.
Fine. And while you're at it, why don't you clap your hands so all the little fairies live? Look, just don't blind yourself to what is really happening here, and that is she is trying to keep you childless. Gwen, she killed Sarah. And mark my word, she's going to try to steal these babies because she wants to see you suffer. You know, I cannot even think what the servants are saying behind your back, watching you wait on her hand and foot. Where is your pride?
Well, it is definitely starting to get to me.
Yeah, and if she just wanted you to have your babies, how come she didn't let the real surrogate be impregnated, Why did she have to knock her out, lock her in a closet, and take her place? No, I do not trust Teresa, not for a second, because Teresa only thinks about herself. And I am willing to bet a week at the spa that this is all part of a bigger plan.
And you know what, too? She's always so smug when she's asking me to do things for her.
That's because she thinks she's winning. That's because she thinks whatever plan this is she has is going to work. But now with Pinky's help, we're going to make sure it won't.
We just cannot upset her, okay? Because stress is the worst thing for the babies.
Trust me, we are only doing what is necessary. Because without these legal papers, Teresa would be free once again to stick it to you. But we're going to make sure that this time You stick it to her.
This is terrible. Chad and Fox are fighting.
Tell me about it. I mean, Teresa, the last thing I ever wanted to do was hurt Chad. Or to break up his friendship with Fox, but that's what I've done, you know? I mean, you should have seen him. It took both Sam Bennett and Julian Crane to tear him apart. And just when you thought it was over, Chad jumped on Fox again.
That's why I said you should wait a couple of months before you start anything with Fox, to give Chad time to accept you're being with someone else.
Well, the damage is already done. Chad's never gonna forgive Fox. I mean, he thinks Fox used the situation to try to make a move on me. So you know what? It really doesn't matter how long I wait to get together with Fox because Chad already hates him. No matter how much time passes, Chad is never gonna forgive Fox for what he did.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. How is Fox responsible for me having this job?
Well, when you wouldn't speak to me, I asked Fox to do me a favor and talk to you. I knew that you were best friends, and I figured at that point in time, if anyone could convince you to accept being a Crane and take my offer to join the family business, it was Fox. Obviously, I was right. Don't you agree, Ethan?
Yeah, it sure looks that way.
I want to thank you. I'll never forget what you did for me and for your brother and what you did for the family. And I'm sure that those same feelings that moved you to urge Chad to accept his birthright will prevail to see the two of you through the situation with Whitney and will lead to you and your brother being a great team here at Crane Industries.
Yeah, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, Julian. But none of this happened the way you seem to think it has.
What are you talking about?
Well, Fox talked to me, all right. But he didn't convince me to accept my birthright and join Crane Industries. No, he did just the opposite. He presented every argument he could to get me to stay the hell away from the Crane business altogether.
Is this true, Fox?
Oh, it's true, all right. And it wasn't just the business he wanted me to steer clear of. He did his best to convince me to stay away from the Crane family altogether. Forever.
You are my passion for life.
Well, all right. First round is on me, and then I'll cut loose and shake my booty.
Shake her booty. I think that Tabitha's idea of cutting loose is just a little bit different than ours.
Oh, you have no idea. Hey, do you see Paloma anywhere? She said she was gonna take a taxi and meet us here.
Maybe you scared her off.
No. She has to show up. I've got to start putting my plan into action.
You are not still thinking of using her to get Miguel back, are you?
Yeah. I mean, why else would I go partying with little convent schoolgirls? Have more fun with Tabitha. And again, some of these guys in here might get turned on if she shows up in her uniform. Hey, what? I'm just telling the truth.
She is not going to wear a Catholic schoolgirl uniform to a bar.
You never know. I mean, the girl has lived a totally sheltered life.
Now, this is my kind of place.
Look who's here, Gwen. It's Binky.
Actually, it's Benjamin Cahill. How are you?
Hi, nice to meet you. Well, I will always think of him as Binky, especially after a certain 4th of July barbecue at the club. We were making our own fireworks on 18th Green, and all of a sudden the pyrotechnic display just lit up. Well, and it lit us up at a very climactic moment. Oh, I can still hear the applause.
Yeah. Your mother stood up and took a bow.
Oh, I did, didn't I?
Yeah, but to the matter at hand, I dropped everything to drop the papers you asked for.
Well, thank you for being so quick. Although, I trust you won't be so quick later on.
Well, don't worry your pretty little head about that or any other pretty little part of you. So So these contracts are ironclad. There's not a loophole to be found. Once Miss Lopez Fitzgerald signs the papers, there's not a judge in the country who will let her keep those babies. Your family will be totally secure.
Oh, thank you, Binky. I knew I could count on you. Because I just can't trust this opportunist as far as I could throw her, and well, at her present weight, it's not very far. You know, I just feel she's up to something. I feel it in my bones.
Oh, well, can I take care of those bones for you?
Okay, this isn't gonna work.
Sure it will, yeah. It's perfectly legal.
No, I mean, Teresa's never gonna sign this. I mean, she's actually probably gonna be furious that we even ask her to sign this.
Who cares if she's furious?
Well, Mother, I care, okay? Because she's under strict medical orders to avoid stress. She's supposed to remain calm and relaxed for the rest of the pregnancy, or there could be complications. And this is gonna send her right over the edge.
Yeah, well, I would pay to see that.
Well, Mother, I'm not gonna do anything that's gonna put my babies at risk. I won't do it. There is no way.
You're right. It won't be easy for Chad to forgive Fox. He was so not ready to see you kissing anyone else yet, especially Fox.
I told you, I thought he had already left.
I know. It's just after the talk I had with Chad.
What talk did you have?
About the two of you moving on, being with other people.
And what did he say?
He said he would never be able to deal seeing you with anyone else, and that whoever you wound up with would be his enemy.
Well, that's just ridiculous. I mean, we're gonna have to be with other people. I mean, we're half brother and sister, for God's sake.
And he knows that. He's just not ready to accept you having a relationship with anyone else just yet.
Well, he's gonna have to. I mean, we both are. It's not like we have a choice, right? I mean, I'm gonna meet new people, he's gonna meet people, we're gonna have relationships, it's gonna happen.
I know. And deep down, Chad knows that too. But it's all still so raw, you know? And it's gotta be raw for you too. That's why I think you should wait a couple of months before you start anything with Fox. Whit, so much has happened. Give yourself time to process it. There's no reason to start a new relationship right now.
Oh, yes, there is.
Yeah, Fox did his best to manipulate me into never wanting anything to do with the Cranes or Crane Industries. That's the favor he did you and me.
Fox, I don't believe this. He is your brother.
No, he's my half-brother.
Same as I am, and he's your friend, too.
Not anymore.
One of the few times I ask you to do something for me, and you double-cross me.
Well, hey, I learned from the best, Pops.
You know what this meant to me. You knew how much I wanted to welcome Chad into this family, and you play a self-serving, vicious little stunt like that.
I was following Crane protocol. I was watching my back, and don't stand there and tell me that you wouldn't have done the exact same thing if you were in my position. It's business, okay? I was protecting what's mine.
It is not just yours. Chad is your brother. He's as much a Crane as you are. He is just as entitled to be part of this family business.
Your dad's right, Fox.
Okay. Yeah, maybe. Maybe, but there's only room for one person at the top. And I do know this, my grandfather is in the hospital right now with a serious gunshot wound, and the doctors say he may not make it. So when the time comes, one person is gonna take over his position. One person the world's gonna look to as the next Alistair Crane. And gentlemen, make no mistake, that one person is gonna be me. Chad may be my half-brother, but he's not a legitimate heir to the Crane throne. He wasn't raised in the family. He has no instincts. Look at him. He doesn't know the ins and outs of what it really means to be a Crane.
Whereas you do.
That's right. And since Alistair's made it clear, he's not giving the company to you. This company, this empire, is mine. And I'll be damned if I'm gonna let some Johnny-come-lately bastard son of yours waltz in here with a shirt and a tie on and take what's rightfully mine.
I never realized how much of your grandfather you had in you.
You know something? He's not even interested in this job. The only reason he took it was to get back at me for seeing Whitney.
Yeah, you couldn't be more wrong, Fox.
Is that right? Is that right? Then why the sudden urge to work here, huh? You weren't the least bit interested before.
Thanks to your pep talk. But you know, I thought it over. and I decided to change my mind. It's nothing personal, man, just business.
Well, that's a lie. Chad, I know exactly what you're doing. And I'm not gonna stand here and let you steal my birthright.
Well, I will not stand for fighting between my sons. You are brothers, not rivals. You're both going to be working here side by side, so get used to it.
I know it seems impossible right now, Whitney, but it's all going to work out, I promise.
I hope you're right about that.
I am. You just have to give it time. Remember when I thought I lost Gwen and Ethan's baby, that I miscarried it? And I thought my life was over because I'd never have little Ethan back? But I gave it a little time, and suddenly everything changed. I got the idea to disguise myself as Gwen, to drug Ethan and have him make love to me, and now...
Everything worked out.
Perfectly. I'm pregnant with twins, living in a mansion with Mama. Gwen is waiting on me hand and foot. And the best part is that Gwen doesn't have a clue that in addition to taking my little Ethan back, I'm going to keep these babies too.
And that drug you gave Ethan, what was it again?
Oh, some experimental drug I got out of your mother's medical bag.
But it worked. Ethan made love to you.
Right. And now, I'm going to get everything I wanted.
I gotta go.
Where are you going?
Well, I just want to get myself something to drink, okay?
Oh, no, you don't have to go. We can call Gwen. She'll get us anything you want. It's so much fun.
No, it's fine. I'll be right back. I don't have a choice. I can't wait 2 months. And time is wasting, and Fox keeps finding reasons not to sleep with me, so I gotta go to my mother's room. I gotta get the drug. I gotta give it to Fox and have him make love to me. And I have to do it now because the more time passes, the harder it's gonna be to pass this baby off as Fox's. Okay.
Oh, this is fun. We should do this more often.
Like once every 100 years.
What was that you said, Simone?
Oh, I was just wondering where Paloma is. You know what? You're probably right about her getting scared. Damn. We should just brought her with us.
But she walked in here, took one look around, ran straight to Father Lonigan to confess even thinking about coming in here.
I don't know. She seemed like she really wanted to go out tonight.
Okay, well, if she does come out, it's gonna be up to you and I to loosen her up. Teach her how to get a little crazy. It's the first step in my plan.
What could possibly be going on over there that's more exciting than the three of us over here?
I don't know, but I'm gonna go check it out.
Wait for me, wait for Tabby.
What's going on?
The hottest babe in town just arrived.
Who are you talking about?
She's got to be new to Harmony. If I'd seen her before, I definitely would have remembered.
Like you two girls have got some competition.
Paloma?
Doesn't look like she needs any loosening up.
I am not going to ask Teresa to sign this.
Well, you don't have to. That's what mothers are for.
Look, this could upset her, okay? And she could lose the baby, so...
What about this could possibly upset her? I mean, we're just asking her to make a verbal contract into a written one, to put her signature where her mouth is, so to speak.
The young lady has acknowledged that the babies are yours, hasn't she?
Yeah, of course. I mean, she was implanted with our embryos, and she's just a surrogate.
And she's agreed to surrender the babies upon giving birth, right?
Yeah, it's a non-issue.
Well, I can't see any problem in asking her to put it in writing. It's pretty standard in cases like this.
Exactly. The little Damali should have no problem signing on the dotted line here, unless, of course, she is up to something, and if she is, it's best we know about that as soon as possible so we can put a stop to it.
Teresa's just really high-strung, you know?
Psychotic is more like it.
Yes, and this is exactly the kind of thing that could set her off. I just can't take any chances, Mother.
And I can't believe you're being so cavalier about this. Pinky, please tell her.
Well, your mother's right, Gwen, and these papers are for your protection. And if Miss Lopez Fitzgerald refuses to sign them for whatever reason, that sends up a major red flag.
Mr. Cahill, I really appreciate all the work you've done, but I just really need to go with my gut here.
Well, okay, I hope you don't come to regret it.
Becky?
Well, there's nothing I can do. I mean, I can draw up the papers, Becky, but I can't force a client to do something she doesn't want to.
Well, that's not how I remember a certain episode that involved some whipped cream, a jar of maraschino cherries, and a pair of chopsticks.
You were just pretending that you didn't want to. I'll call you later and we'll work out a payment plan. Good luck, Gwen.
Thank you. Gwen, he dropped everything to draw up those papers.
I'm sorry. Okay, I know that you're just trying to protect me, but I can't jeopardize my babies. So I guess I'm just gonna have to take Teresa at her word and trust her.
Trust her. After everything she has done.
Okay, well, that's Teresa. I gotta go see what she wants now.
You know, I never thought I'd see the day when my own daughter would allow herself to be turned into a servant.
Please just leave it alone. I'm in no mood for this.
Yeah, well, neither am I. But unlike you, I can never, ever trust that scheming little bitch. Oh, Teresa Lopez Fitzgerald is up to no good. And as God is my witness, I am going to stop her.
I guess we don't have to teach P. Large sheltered daughter how to get wild after all.
Maybe convent schools are different in Mexico.
Atta girl, Paloma. I knew you had it in you. Now I just have to find the best way to put that side of you to use. To very bad use.
This one isn't as fluffy as the other one, and when they're not even, the babies don't like it.
How's that?
Much better.
Well, good.
Thank you so much, Gwen.
Don't mention it.
Oh, Gwen, I didn't get to drink the chamomile tea you brought me before, and now it's cold. Would you mind making me another one?
Sure, of course. Not a problem.
You know what? Whitney's visiting. Better make it a whole pot.
Sure.
And maybe some cake to go with it.
Is there anything else, Teresa?
If there is, I'll just buzz.
You do that. Is something wrong? I can't tell you how happy I'm gonna be when this is finally all over. I mean, raising twins is gonna be a vacation compared to waiting on Teresa. And I keep telling myself that it's all gonna be worth it in the end when Ethan and I have our little babies. But Mother, after what you and Mr. Cahill said, I mean, do you really think she's up to something here?
Yes. Yes, I'm afraid I do. But relax, because I have a plan. Oh, and it's not going to put your babies in any kind of danger. See, Teresa thinks she's going to pull a fast one, but we are going to pull an even faster one. She is in for the shock of her life. She doesn't even see it coming.
My decision is final. Chad is joining Crane Industries. You two will work together, and you will get along. There will be no attempts to undermine each other. Is that understood? You're both my sons, and there will be no Crane versus Crane warfare.
Yeah, well, Chad may be your son, but he'll never be a Crane.
Okay, gentlemen, I think it's getting late. I think we've all gotten a lot of new information here. Maybe we should just call it a night, go home, get some sleep, start fresh tomorrow. What do you think?
Thank you, Ethan. Always a voice of reason.
Just trying to help. How about a ride back to the mansion?
Yeah. Yeah, fine. We will continue this conversation in the morning because it's not over.
We can talk tomorrow, but it's a done deal. Chad is staying, and there is nothing you can do or say that will change that, so don't even try.
You're quite the negotiator.
It's not a negotiation. I will not tolerate fighting between my sons, not at home, not at the office. It will not be tolerated. Do I make myself clear?
Mom? Mom, are you here? Okay. I just gotta find that medical bag. I hate doing this. I hate even thinking about drugging Fox, but I don't have a choice. I gotta get him to make love to me so I can pass this baby off as his instead of Chad's. With everything coming up with him, he keeps making all kinds of excuses not to be with me, but I don't have time. Damn it! Where's that bag? Oh my God, what is happening to me? What am I becoming? Okay, I can't do this. I just can't. But what else am I gonna do? I can't let the whole world know that I'm pregnant with my half-brother's child. Okay. God forgive me, but I don't know what else to do.
What if Chad did in fact take this job just to get revenge? He may be more of a Crane than you think.
These papers are going to guarantee that you and Ethan get the twins and little Ethan.
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
NBC Monday starts with an all-new Fear Factor and a beach party barbecue Fear Factor style. Then it's an all-new Las Vegas, Monday's hottest show, where nothing could prepare Danny for this. Then an all-new LAX, a parent's worst nightmare.
That's my son!
But finding this child is just the beginning.
Don't threaten us.
Fear Factor, Las Vegas and LAX, all new NBC Monday.